Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard.
Welcome to the MaXed Podcast, the second season of the MaXed Podcast, sponsored by Bovada. Mario, we like to start at the MaXed Podcast by telling the old Mad Max story you heard or you know about me or whatever, man. Let's talk about that.
Let me think. The one that's going around. You're not backing down from Jordan. That's my favorite one.
That's right.
For me, Jordan always been my favorite player, and Max, he's one of my favorite players too, just because you didn't back down from nobody. And
Right.
Anybody that see me play, I don't back down from anybody. I'm always
No
welcome
doubt.
a challenge, and I get that from learning from watching, people before me, and
No.
us little guards that they say, you like 6'5", they still call us like little guards back then. So, we got to hold our own. So that was the thing about it, just figuring out how to hold your own and stay competitive.
Yeah, your upbringing and how you started, basketball and what other sport you was pursuing that you thought, that could have pulled you away from basketball.
Nothing really could have pulled me away from basketball.
Okay.
Everybody in my family played basketball, from my grandpa to my grandma, my uncles, my dad, my mom, sister. So basketball was always driven in my blood. I had one uncle that played football, and I kind of experimented on football for a little bit, but I couldn't do that cold weather. Growing up in Alaska, that cold weather a little bit different. So I found me something with heat, and I found my niche in life.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, and then now you're from Alaska too. Now that's why I see you said cold weather, and you went to Bartlett High School.
Mhm.
Growing up in Alaska, talk to me what the culture was like over there, man. Growing up in Alaska.
For me, we had a big down south type culture. Just because in Anchorage, where I was from, we had a lot of people. I would say kind of military style. A lot of people from the South, Midwest, kind of. So the people I hung around with, the folks I grew up with, was either from the South or from Chicago or places like that. So for me, I got a little bit of basketball from each flavor. Each style, coast, each region plays different. They have a different style of basketball. So me growing up in the North, having that stigma with that. And then one of my mentors, Muff Butler, he's from New York. And to us, that was Jordan. That was one of the coldest players to ever play I ever seen play. So for me, surrounded by basketball and just getting different flavors from everywhere helped me.
Wow, that's what's up, man. That's good right there. You was 4A Player of the Year, they said, 3 years in a row. Damn. Ranked at the second best point guard in 2005, McDonald's All-American. You showed your mark, man. How did that feel, just being able to show the world what you...
It felt good, but I always kept a chip on my shoulder because I always felt like I always knew that I was the number one point guard in the nation. I always held my own when I went against this player. I always dominated this player. So for me, not to be the number one point guard in the nation was kind of weird. Like, you got me ranked higher than him in the overall class, but he was a better point guard than me. So it was just weird, but that kept a chip on my shoulder. And then just being from Alaska, growing up in Alaska, being raised in Alaska, we did get a lot of respect from the lower 48, even being labeled as hoopers. So I always had to help my own and, represent for my city. And that's what I tried to do.
No doubt. Let's go Alaska. That's what we're talking about. You won 2 state championships, man. And your senior year, you was runner-up. Talk to me about your team and the guys and how special that was for you, man, playing with those guys, man.
Very special. One of my college teammates, Zach Bowman, went on to play in the NFL. He played for the Giants. He played for the Dolphins. I want to say he played 9 or 10 years. So we had some athletes in Alaska. They was just hitting more football players just because we got more of a Samoan Hawaiian culture up there or stigma up there. So, and then one of my best friends growing up, Doug Hardy, he was my backcourt running mate. He's a year older than me, so I had him all the way up to my junior year. So it was good to be there with him, be there. My dad was the coach.
Wow, that's
So it was
big.
a lot of fun being in a system like that, and just being able to play basketball. I mean, just have fun with it.
Wow, yeah. You chose Kansas over North Carolina and Georgia Tech. Damn. I don't. I just talk to me about that. So,
Um,
I,
yeah,
but
for me, being born in Charlotte, my dad's in the military, so I was raised in Alaska. But all my family, majority of my family's from North Carolina. So I always wanted to be a Tar Heel growing up. You ask me anything about North Carolina Tar Heel basketball, I could tell you all the way up to about 2005, 2006 when I went to Kansas. So like I said, I was always a Tar Heel guy. And then what happened was Roy Williams lied to me about recruiting. Told me
oh,
that told me the only way I come to North Carolina, Raven Felton went pro, which he was supposed to go pro that year. So I was low key just waiting on him to make that announcement. And the week before he made an announcement, Bobby Frazier said he was going to North Carolina. He accepted a scholarship. So I was kind of like, hold on, y'all said y'all didn't have no scholarships, but whoop de whoop. So I just felt like that was a slap in the face. I didn't respect that. And I've always been a Coach Self fan. Even when he was at Illinois, when he had D Williams, D Brown and Derek Williams and all them. He's a guard coach, and for me, I knew that would help me be a better guard playing for a coach like that. And when he went to Kansas, it was a no brainer for me. Just go there. The senior class was all point guards and they was leaving. So it was an open door for me to go there and start right away and be able to contribute right away. And that was the main factor.
yeah, that's what's up, man. That's a great story right there. I'd like to hear that. Uh, Big 12, your freshman year. Damn, man, you had 89 mother steals. God damn, you was a thief out that mother. So I guess you hung your hat on defense when you went to Kansas. And I don't know if Coach Self pursued you to do that or that's just something that you always did. You was a two-way player like that, but you went to Kansas and you was a mother thief in the night.
I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. I struggled when I first got to Kansas just because I felt like it should be my show. Being
No.
highly ranked point guard in a nation like that, McDonald's All American, you kind of have a sense that like being entitled. So going to Kansas, I felt like I should have had the keys and been able to do whatever I want. And that's why I struggled at first. And when I finally bought into Coach Self's system and what he wanted me to do, that's when I excelled. And he always told us, y'all do what y'all want to do. What I want you to do on defense, y'all can do what y'all want to do on offense.
Wow, that's what I was
So
talking
once you told me that, I was like, all right, boom. I'm trying to get all the steals. I'm trying to play all the defense I can just because I like to play up and down pace. And, that was the game that we played at Kansas.
right. You got freshman of the year, and your freshman year. So tell me your proudest moment about being freshman of the year because, like you said, you was had a chip on your shoulder.
The proudest moment is just how I struggled in the beginning. Like I
Wow.
said, it got to a point where we played Arizona and Maui. I couldn't even get the ball past half court, and I started doubting myself, and I wanted to transfer. So long story short, I didn't end up transferring. I stuck through it, and it paid off. So for me, the biggest lesson was never quit. Just stick through it. Um, your lows never your lowest, and your highs never your highest. You just stay even keel, and it'll work itself out eventually. And that's what happened for me my freshman
That,
year.
that's what's up, my brother. That's what's up, man. Great. That's some good boy. You give me some good today. I tell you, yeah, legendary 2008 NCAA tournament championship, Derrick Rose and Memphis. Of course, the shot winning in the finals and the MVP. Is there anything from that series that you can share with the fans that they don't know?
I think they know pretty much everything about that, but it's just being in that moment.
Yes.
You always grow up dreaming about being in that moment and to actually have it happen on a college level and an NBA level. It's just a dream come true. That's the best way to describe it.
No doubt, man. D Rose was a problem, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Was yes, it was.
Yeah, you and D Rose and y'all had some battles, man. Talk about facing off with him and the highest level, man, and how the playoff Derrick Rose was, man. Just facing off with him and playing against him.
Man, D Rose was special. We was talking about him the other day.
Yes.
D Rose was special. Like that's one of the players. Like I really wish I'd have seen him without injuries. Like just
Oh,
to see how his career really would have turned and what type of player he would have really developed into. Um, like I said, the man got MVP with a healthy LeBron and a healthy Kobe out there and a healthy D Wade. So it's kind of like that man was special. So
drama, no doubt.
like you always gotta take your hat out to him. He always got my highest respect. And that's one of my guys. I love D Rose to death.
There it is, right there. You got drafted by Miami Heat early in the second round. That's some bull. I don't know how you fell in the second, but I'm gonna say right now that's some bull, young fella. Tell me about how many workouts you did, and did you even think you was gonna land in Miami?
I never worked out for Miami. That was the funny part. But I know for me, um, if I had to redo it all over again, I would have went to the combine.
Really?
At that moment, I was still living out the high horse of hitting the shot. And the biggest question about me was, was can I play the point guard? And that was the biggest question about me coming to the draft. They knew I could play, they knew I could shoot, they knew I could defend, but can I run the team? And that was the hesitation that teams had on me. I worked out for 15 teams.
Mm.
And my last workout was on draft day for the Knicks, and they had the sixth pick. And I tell you, that was probably my worst draft. That was probably my worst workout, just because I was just ready to get it over with. Like I was ready for the draft. I was ready to see where I wanted. Like I was just ready for it to be over
Yeah.
with. Like yeah, like I'm ready to see what's next. Like yeah, I did everything I want me to do. What's next? So just that I would have redid that part, but just to answer them questions. But going to Miami, I was mad about being drafted in the second round, but at the same time, there's only 60 people that get their name called. So at the end of the day, when it all boils down, my name got called.
Right.
I got to walk across that stage. I got to represent my family. I got to be the third person from Alaska to ever get drafted. So it was a lot going into that moment that I didn't understand at that moment. But now I
Wow.
look back, I'm real appreciative of just the opportunity and, just what I was able to do.
All right, talk to me about the fourth game of your career, man, with the Heat, man. Goddamn, 9 steals. I don't know if your defense was appreciated or underappreciated. Or talk to me about that, man. I mean, goddamn, 9 steals.
I mean, it was just one of the things that just happened. Like, you don't realize what's going on until after the fact. Like, you know how we is. We just play the game. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I already know with D Wade, I'm not getting too many shots. With Bees, I'm not getting a lot of shots on. Well, I gotta find some way to make an impact and stay on the court. So that was just one of the games where my defense was clicking. Like it was just in the right place at the right time. The ball fell to me, and I was able to show just some different things.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. Well, LeBron came over there, and you were wearing number 6, and I don't know what the conversation was like how he got in 6, and you switched up or whatever. Talk to me about the switch in the jerseys, man.
See, everybody thinks that he took the number from me. That's not what happened. So before the year before Braun came, we had a guy named Mark Blunt on our team. And Mark Blunt barely played, but he wore number 15. That was his last year with his contract. So at the end of the season, well, the season before before Braun came, I had told them I wanted to switch back to 15. That was my college number, my number I won all the championships in. And more importantly, that's the number my mom wore when she played. So that's the main reason I wore 15 anyway. So after that season, I was changing back to 15 anyway, and it just happened that Braun was coming to the Heat, and he couldn't wear 23 because Jordan's retired for the Heat at 23, which is a whole different story. But so he
Right.
chose his number 6, and that's his. He just got his number. Like that's the number was available already, so he just got that number.
Yeah, your NBA Finals when y'all was in Dallas, and that's big right there just to make it to the finals because a lot of guys I know ain't made it to that. They like think about that a lot. So just tell me about your memories about your first just getting to the finals, how tough it is, and talk about that.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was that tough, just because of who I had on my team. D-Ray, Braun, CB. So it was kind of more like everybody hated us when the team came together. When those three came to the Heat, everybody hated our team. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, like I like being the villain. I like when people don't like me, bring out the best of me. So I felt like that year was easier just because of the hate that we entitled. I mean,
Yeah.
we got, and it made us closer as a unit that first year. So even though it didn't help us. I mean, it hurt us in the end with our goal. We didn't finish, but it made us stronger as a team and more just mentally stronger, physically stronger. It made us more hungry. So that's why I said that first trip was easy, not as far as like basketball
Right.
easy, but it was
Yeah,
just easy to get
I
there.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah, second year. Now it's like, okay, now we got the fear out the way. We know how to beat them. So now we get everybody's best shot every game for 82
Right.
games. That one was hard, and then it just got harder and harder after that. So it was kind of like the first one was a breeze, just because it was like we
Yeah,
got a lot of fear. Like we put a lot of fear in people. When you see these three
yeah,
dogs come
no
here, they're
doubt.
like, all right. Now that they see we lost to Dallas, everybody's like, oh yeah, we know how to beat them. So now it was just more intense. So that first trip, it was very fun. An eye-opening experience for me to be my first NBA Finals, and just to be on that stage and just to see everything that comes with it. Like,
Well, no doubt.
it's like
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
you there for the basketball, but it's like everything else that come with it, the
right up,
production, the interviews. It's just like, bro,
right.
this is a
So
lot.
much.
Like, I
Yes,
didn't just lock in and play basketball.
right. No doubt. Yeah,
So that was just the cool part, just being able to see that. And I was coming off the bench, so I wasn't the starting point guard. It was still Mike Bibby, so I got to kind of be interviewed, but I kind of got to play the back
no
and
doubt.
just see how what everybody's going through. So that next
No,
year, when I was a starting point guard, I knew how to kind of adjust. Like, okay, now I got to be on my feet for 30 hours today. Now I get to chill tomorrow. So
right.
it was just different things that you got to experience that just came with the whole experience of going to the finals.
Yeah, they were talking about LeBron, Chris, and D Wade. They say when you first got there, how they was kind of like hard on you a little bit, and but I'm sure it made you better. I mean, with them 3 months saying what they saying, they can't do nothing but make you better playing with those guys. So talk to me about your conversations with these guys. I know these guys was big in your life when it come to basketball.
Definitely, especially guys I look up to.
No doubt.
But for me, I gotta earn your respect, and that's what I did for each one of them guys. I earned my respect, and they knew whatever they said to me, it wasn't going to affect me. I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to do my job. I'm still going to play the game of basketball, which I
Yo,
love to play. So it was like more of them trying to bring the best out of me. We all want the same thing. Like we all got different personalities, so they yelling and all that don't phase me. It's like it's
yeah,
still it's still a respect factor. Like when it
right,
got to be too much, it was like, all right, bro, chill out. Like I can tell you, I got into it with D Wade in Utah. I got into it with Braun on the bench. Me and CB never really got into it just because that's not really his personality.
right.
Me and UD got into it in Chicago, so it was kind of like, all right, like yeah, I get you, but I'm still a man at the end of
You
the day.
damn
Like
right.
you
You
know what I'm
that
saying? We
right.
got the same goal, but what?
Yeah,
Like come on.
think I'm a
So
man.
it was good, and they understood that, and they respected that too. So at the end of the day, whether what people saw on the court, we were still friends hanging out off the court. They make sure I was good, make sure everything was cool with me. Like everything was like I was a real little brother.
Damn, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what you need, guys like that, man. It builds
Yeah,
you up, man. Show you how to play in the league and show you how to be a professional and all that, shit, man.
right.
That's big, man. That's big. Your favorite NBA finals memory and which ring do you love the most? They pretty much the same because I love both of them most. I got the same.
Um, yeah. It's a toss up between the second NBA ring and my college ring, just because college, on a selfish note, college was because of me. Just because I hit the shot, I sent into overtime and we won as a team. But if I didn't hit that shot, then there's no Mario Chalmers, there's no Mr. Clutch, there's none of that comes with the
All
shot.
right.
So
That's
that's why that means to a lot to me. And then the last one, just because I ain't gonna lie, that's the hardest championship I ever had to win. Game 6 was probably the hardest game I ever played in my NBA career.
oh,
And I tell everybody that just because of the way that if Rayon don't hit that shot, what happens to the big three? What happens to that team? What do they say about that team? How bad do they dog us? It's a bunch that comes with it. So when you think about all that, you go through that moment like and being down, and you think about. I still think about one of the turnovers I had in the moment where I had a layup and I tried to pass it to D Wade and they stole it. So it was just all that plays in my mind. Like that was the literally the hardest game I ever had to play. So those are the two rings that stick out to me the most.
wow, that's what's up, man. That's good right there. Now, talk to me about how important. We ain't got but a couple more questions left, man. Talk to me about how important it is for these young guys to have like you had, like we was talking about just like 2 questions ago about LeBron and Chris and D Wade to have these old veterans on the team, man, to help them push through, man. Is that big? You think for these young guys nowadays?
I think so, just because like it's easy to talk to somebody that's been there before or that's went through it. And even though it's a little bit different now, it's a lot different now with the money situation, how much they get paid. They need more of a guidance that's not trying to be a father figure or trying to be somebody that like I know if I do X wrong, I'm gonna get in trouble.
No,
Instead of
no,
somebody
no,
be
no.
like, yo, Rio, let me holler at you, bro. Like we about to go out tonight, have a couple drinks, but look, 1 o'clock, don't drink no more. We're going back to the hotel by 1:30. Whatever you do, be sleep by 3. Boom. Whatever. Be ready
Right.
to hoop tomorrow. Now it's kind of like, oh, bro, you can't talk to these young guys. Like they got so much money, I don't even want to talk to them. It's like you can't do that. Like you can't do that because they still need that guidance. Like
No doubt.
they
Yeah.
still need the guidance, and it's like we've been there before. Like I still talk
Yeah.
to OGs like you, like, yo,
Yeah.
tell me what it was like back in the day, or what can I do better now?
Yeah.
It's like it's always a learning process. It's always something you can learn in life.
Right. Yeah. Your favorite guards in the league right now, coming into their own. I mean, which one you know? I mean, it's a bunch of them. Some killers in them. Yeah.
Um, I'm interested to see how Ja gonna bounce back. I like Ja.
Me too. Me too.
I need Ja to bounce back and
Me
shut all
too.
these haters up
Yes.
because he got it. He definitely got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Ja. That's my guy right there. How
Yeah.
valuable today is defensive guard similar to, and I mean the backcourt, like the Celtics. They got too much to lock your ass up. I mean, Derek White and damn Drew. I mean, good God,
Yeah. Well,
that's big. I mean,
that's what you need. The way the game is going now, you need somebody that want to play defense, and that's the thing about Drew and Derek that I see the most is they want to play defense. They
yeah,
want to be locked down defenders.
yeah,
Marcus Smart will want to be a lockdown defender.
right,
So that's half the battle right there. Just because the game is so open now, so much space, you're not gonna lock nobody down. Like these we're NBA players for a reason. Like we know
right,
how to
yeah,
score,
yeah,
we know how to do something professionally. So if I get a bucket on you, I get a bucket on you. You get a stop, you get a stop. But if I go 3 for 19, 3 for 20, you did your job. Like you did your job, and that's all I can ask for you to do is do your job. Make his night difficult.
yeah. That
Make
make
him think about tonight. That's it.
levels down. That's right.
Yeah.
And did you watch the USA team play, man? And that was some. I seen some hysterical games with the USA basketball, but I don't think this like Carmelo said. The rings are bigger than the mother goddamn NBA championship. That was some crazy when Melo said that. But talk
This is our Jordan Bird and Magic, right?
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
this is kind of our generation of three greats playing together on the same court, which we never gonna see again.
right,
Hypothetically, unless some crazy NBA trades happen. But
right,
Olympic only every 4 years. LeBron age, Steph age, KD age. Who knows what 2028 brings? So
right.
it was good to enjoy the moment and just see great basketball, great
No,
players
right,
play great basketball.
yeah, yeah. The young team this year, you think possibly to turn up from what we saw from last year? I like Minnesota.
I like Minnesota, but I like OKC and I like the Magic. I definitely like them two teams. I think them OKC wasn't really a sleeper last year because they don't want to see. But I think they're gonna make a little bit more noise this year and have a little bit more dominance in the playoffs. I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to give you some love right here because this big right here, the Mario Chalmers Foundation. Man, I need you to elaborate on that and how giving back.
The Mario V. Chalmers Foundation. We support the research of breast cancer and youth initiatives. Right now, we was doing a 303 basketball event in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It was supposed to be today, but it got canceled due to one of the people in my camp got caught an illness and been in the hospital for the last couple of weeks. So prayers up to him. But so that's been on hold. But we're gonna get some more events going. I usually host a golf tournament every year in Lawrence, Kansas that we was doing before COVID hit. So right now we're in the rebuilding stage. We're gonna put some stuff together and we'll be back out there by I say this summer.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's big shit. Team Rio, giving back, teaching your younger kids and the sport that you love. Wow, that's
Yep,
big.
Team Rio trying to get my AU start team back going. So just trying to find the right market and the right circuit to put the boys on, and make sure they got the right type of hunger. That's the main thing. being an NBA player, being in the league, you have a different type of hunger for the game and different
I
type
know
of
that.
expectation. So
Yeah.
as long as my players and our expectations meet, it'll be a beautiful process and an easy journey.
Hmm. That's right. Well, that's good, man. I like that right there. That's real big right there. But and then, what do you think about the women's game today? How that's turning up now? Oh my
I
goodness.
love it. I got a daughter. My daughter's 14, a freshman in high school. So last year she was top 58th grader in the nation. So I'm curious to see, interested to see how she's gonna keep developing and how the game keeps developing. Because I got an eye, and that's something she's really big on. She
Hold
wants to
on.
go there and be a part of that. So
What's up?
I'm definitely happy that the game is turning up. And I've always said this. I think the girls' game is more fundamentally sound than the boys' game. And as a real basketball player and fan, it makes it fun to watch sometimes.
Yes, yes, that's right. Yes, it does. I like watching the girls. They mother snipers.
Later.
They
Right.
they act with as hell. They make great passes and they
Great
don't.
passes, sound passes. They make the right play, very
All
unselfish.
the
Like,
time, man. That's what I'm
oh,
saying, man.
it's
The big,
nice.
the big three. Oh, this is the last goddamn question. The big three. We got to bring up the big three. Goddamn it! I just seen y'all lost, and I got the text from you on on Sunday. Match these motherfuckers done cheated on us. So tell me about that. And you was the captain of the team and a threes company. And damn, talk to me about the game and how damn the goddamn big three is blowing up, man.
Okay, but first, I want to take my hat off to Bivouac. It was a hell of a game. Good team. I got good friends over there, Corey Brewer and Garland and Jailbreak and my guys. And then, I hate to say this, but my OG is, you somebody you don't really like, GP. That's my
Oh Lord, I'm gonna get
guy.
that.
That's my guy
I'm
right
gonna
there.
get
So
that.
it was good just to go against them and compete. But I will say that last call, man, that last call when Corey Brewer came from out of bounds and took the ball, it was kind of like, hey, bro, like we don't complain about no foul calls, nothing else, but out of bounds, like you gotta see that as a referee. Like you gotta see that. So they didn't. That's what happened. We lost the championship by 3, and you win some, you lose some, you take it on the chin. But I guarantee next year we're gonna have something to say. Next year we're gonna have a lot to say about what's
You
going on.
already thinking about
Yeah,
next year. Damn.
I'm already on it. Like we ready. We ready.
If you had to create a starting five out of all the players you played with, who would it be?
Starting five at all the players I played with. In their prime, right?
Uh-huh.
In their prime,
Yeah.
give me
She played it. I know you played with these.
I play some Hall of Famers.
I
If I ain't the
know.
starting five, I'll come off the bench with this one. I'll come off the bench. I put Braun at my 1,
Yeah. Oh,
give
Lord.
me Rayon at my 2, D Wade at my 3,
Mm.
CB at my 4, and Jermaine O'Neal at my 5.
Damn, that's a great job. Oh, man. That's what's up, man. Great squad, man. Great squad, man.
I definitely take that.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Never little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.